games. Whoop, let's go. Hursty games, and this how we do. Now it's time we
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to the QPR Career Mode. I said I was going to try and get this out a bit more consistently and I'm doing my best to keep up to that promise. But today we're going to jump straight into everything that's going on. We've got some more games to play, still in the transfer window, still a little bit of money, but I'm not going to be buying anyone today. What I'm going to possibly try and do is obviously we're going to get through the Wolves game, playing Wolves again. Obviously those of you who watched the last episode, spoilers for those of you who haven't, but last episode, the only game that we lost, and we got well and truly thumped and knocked out of the cup by Wolverhampton Wanderers. So we're going to have to try and get some revenge today. Then we've got West Ham. Then we're going to finish the transfer window, and I'm potentially going to sign one person on a pre-contract. So somebody that has got less than 6 months on their contract left, and try and sign them up for free. So that's what we're going to try and do in today's episode. And time dependent, we'll also try and get to the Spurs game. So we'll be on the 14th of February. We'll be catching up in through the season, and then we've only got a few months left of some games, so hopefully we can really start to plough through this. But the first thing we've got to focus on, I'm going to have a look at a few players that I might sign on pre-contract, then I'll get into the Wolves game, and then we go from there. Okay, up against Wolves, hopefully a chance for a bit of revenge against them after, like I said, knocking us out of the FA Cup, stopping us from trying to retain the FA Cup, obviously, because we won it last year. But going in with what is probably our strongest 11 right now, Dumble has asked to play, so I've brought him onto the bench, and I will actually bring him on at some point because I want to try and keep the players happy with everything that's going on with my manager rating. So hopefully we can not have as bad a game as we did last time against Wolves. Okay, here we are at Molineux. It's going to be a tough old game, like we said last time, like we said at the start of this episode. We don't want to be embarrassed by these guys. Hopefully we can do our best to try and avenge ourselves a little bit, make up for previous mistakes, and this is in the league, so 3 points here would be massive. I'd happily take a point. Knowing how well they played against us last time, I'd take a point. But let's get into it. Let's see if we can get anything today against Wolves. Bakuna plays a nice ball to Bright. Bright's just going to take his time, play it through to Brereton, who's going to try and play it back to Bright. Osayi-Samuel, we start off so much better than we did in the last game. We start off by going 1-0 up. Big goal, really nice bit of build-up. I slowed it down with Bright, played it off to Brereton, and then played the ball back to Bright, and Bright just about got the ball. But Osayi-Samuel gets us our 1-0 lead, nice and early on, literally like 4 minutes in. We won the ball from their kickoff, got it back, started an attack. The defender there probably should have done better, the guy who let the ball run past him, but mate, 1-0, Bright Osayi-Samuel picking up a goal. I don't know how many goals he's actually got this season. That's his first goal in the league? That surprises me, but regardless, Bright picks it up, gets the goal. Boys, 1-0. They played the ball really nicely here. They've managed to get it forward to Volland. Volland's tried to play it in, but Bakuna and Tavares between them have done really well. And now maybe we have a chance here to break. We've got the pace of Bright Osayi-Samuel, who's going to see inside and find Eze first time turn. Love that. Eze, where you going with it? Turns the defender, takes the shot. It's a good block. We started a really nice counter there. That was really unlucky. But some really nice football. Bonaventura in the middle of the park here with plenty of space. We need to close them down. We know what happened last time we gave them space in the middle of the park in the last game. This time, we do manage to stop it though. Bakuna, just on the edge of the box here. We're going to play a simple pass across to Manning. He's going to drive forward and then take a strike. It's a good effort, but it's a good save from Patricio. We're playing much better football in this game than we did the last time we played them. We really are. Manning's getting a lot of space in the middle, as is Eze. Bright's getting space out in the wing. Brereton's getting into some good positions. I feel like we've got a second goal in us. It's just a matter of finding it. Now, these corners to finish off the half. We've probably got time for this and then maybe something else. We're going to dummy the short run. Still play it in the box. Not a great idea. Didn't really work out. But we're going to try and keep it alive. We don't. That's a real shame. Would have been nice to have got something at the end of that half there as a chance. We don't manage to get it. But that is half-time. 1-0 up. Playing some really good football, as I said before. Dominating this game. They've had one chance. And it was a relatively easy save for Kelly in the end. But honestly, we're playing some good football. Really happy with the front four. More of the same in the second half, I reckon. We do have quite a break between this game and the game against West Ham, so I'm not going to bring anyone on right now, sorry. So I'm just going to stick with more of the same. Dumble will make it on in the second half at some point. Probably take off Bright at some point, just for fitness, because he gets quite tired because his stamina is not the best, but we are training that. And then obviously I'll try and bring on Griffiths if things are going well to try and complete that objective. But second half, more of the same in the first half, as we had in this first half, I should say. And hopefully we can improve on this, and 3 points would be massive. Manning plays a good ball here to Bright Osayi-Samuel, who is very tired. Hasn't got much left in him, but he plays a good ball to Eze. It's perfectly weighted. Eze now cuts it back to Bright, and I waste such a good chance. Ben Brereton picked up a loose ball, plays it really, really well. Go on, Ben. Go on, mate. This is all his own work. You're going to go close post, and he finds the back of the net. We make it 2-0. Cannot believe it. Honestly, it's been a really scrappy game. We've had loads of chances. I feel like if anyone deserved to go and get the next goal, it was definitely us. We've kept them incredibly quiet. But Ben Brereton picked up the loose pass. I don't know who it was who played it back. I think it might have been Neves or Moutinho or someone. But a really bad pass. He picks it up, gets it ahead of the defender, and Ben Brereton does everything then himself. Plays it at that near post. Quite near to Patricio. I feel like Patricio could have done better. I think maybe actually going for the far post would have been the better shot. But the main thing is it goes in the back of the net just above Patricio's hand. That is his 12th goal in the Prem. And we are 2-0 up. We have well and truly got a revenge in the league against Wolves after knocking us out in the Cup. That is full time. Absolutely gassed and so happy to get our revenge against Wolves. We played really, really well there. We played so much better than we did in the Cup. I don't know what the difference was. I don't know why we played quite so well in comparison. But the main thing is we get the 3 points. Massive push for us because we're currently in pushing contention to trying to get into that top 5 or 6 because we were 7th before this game. I know it's quite unrealistic, but the main thing is, guys, we're doing a Sheffield United right now. We're literally doing a Sheffield United. We are the team to beat. We're the team that's just come up and are doing bits. And boys, I'm chuffed. Okay, just so you know, guys, no, Hämäläinen has been loaned out to Astra Giergiu. No idea who that is. I'm not going to lie to you guys. We potentially have one of our youngsters, Baker, going out on loan as well, but just to let you guys know, obviously, all the ins and outs. Okay, and just before we get into the pre-match discussion about West Ham, we've loaned out one of our youngsters. It's actually Mason Carter who's gone out on loan. He's gone out on loan to Oxford, which is fantastic because he's more than likely to actually play there. But the other guy, Baker, the deal broke through, so he's not going anywhere. Okay, our next game is up against West Ham. We are at home, and this is going to be a tough game. I've only made one change from the last game, and I brought in Billy Gilmore in for Ilias Chair, just to rest Chair up because I like to rotate between the like wide cams and the wingers that we have. So Gooch obviously is the person at the moment that seems to be missing out, but he's on the bench and might make an appearance in game. But again, 3 points what we've got to aim for, especially at home. Hopefully we have a good game against West Ham. Okay, here we are at the Key & Prince Foundation Stadium. It's a weekday game, so it's night time, but hopefully we get 3 points. The transfer window is getting nearer to the end, and it's looking less and less likely that I'm going to be able to pick somebody up for a decent amount of wages, so somebody that's not going to absolutely break the bank and get me sacked again, nearly. So it's going to be difficult, but we're up against a very, very, very good West Ham side. Hopefully we can get the 3 points and keep pushing for that top sort of... I mean, we're in the top 10. We want to stay there, ideally. I've got the ball here out wide with Castillejo. He's got a decent chance to try and put it in, but he does go backwards instead to Gaspar. Plays it into Noble. They're knocking the ball around really nicely here. Zobnin now gets it to Haller on the edge of the box. He has a decent effort, but that was never going to be Mr. Kelly, was it? Oh, Fornals has just mugged me off well and truly here. Haller plays it out to Castillejo again. We've got to try and stop this cross. Tavares, apparently, Castillejo was onside there. I thought he was off. Again, good chance to try and knock this in there. Are they going to do that? Gaspar with a good turn. It won't give me a player anywhere near him. Kelly being kept busy at the start of this game, but he's done well with both his shots so far. Try and get rid of this corner now. Not let anything come from it. It's a pretty wild corner, and O'Connell does well to get rid of it initially. Otamendi. Mate, these clubs are making big signings, you know. Tavares. We see Gilmore in front of him. Gilmore does really, really well to hold off the tackle. He was fouled in the process, but Eze on the edge of the box. Eze with a strike, but it's straight at Fabianski. Really nice play. Well done from Gilmore to get that ball in there. And then Eze can't quite get the finish, but it was a nice turn to take it past Otamendi. Well, that is half-time. It's been a bit of a scrappy half. Not been too many chances. They've had the more chances. I think one of the better chances of the game definitely fell to us with Eze near the end there, but the shot was straight at Fabianski. It's been a tough game. Like it says there, slow day at the office. That's kind of been the entire game. It's been pretty slow. Don't know if I'm going to make too many changes straight away, but I think changes will be needed in the second half to unlock this game up a little bit. Get the ball inside here. Zobnin plays to Haller. Plays a good ball back there to Felipe Anderson. I was trying to stop the pass there to Haller with Jack O'Connell. They do play it back. They're playing it around nicely. I'm anticipating a shot any second now. Come on, boys. Keep the shot out. Don't let them take the strike. Lovely turn from Felipe Anderson. He's just walking around me. Zobnin plays it to Noble. Boys, we just got to keep this out. If we keep them on the edge of the box, eventually they'll have a loose pass and eventually we'll get possession of them. Come on. Gaspar puts a cross in. They're up to it. They're going to play the cross. No, they're not. Kelly with another fantastic save. That was onside as well from Felipe Anderson. That could have been very problematic. If he just swept that across there, Noble literally opened with a tap in. I wouldn't have been able to stop him. Thankfully, he does take the shot. Osayi-Samuel gets the first one away. We don't get the second one away, but we do get the ball. Let's calm it down. Eze looks up and finds Brereton, who hasn't really got much on, and he has got quite a few players around him. This is the issue. We don't really get too much space here, but we get the ball out to Gooch, who plays a lovely ball to Eze. Talking of space, Eze's in the space. Can he get the shot away? He can, and he finds the back of the net, right in that bottom corner. Things you love to see. What a fantastic response to having a really tricky first half. It's taken us a while in the second half as well. We're a good 20 or so, 20, 30 minutes into the second half, but we do manage to get the lead with Ibire as a lovely bit of play. It's the first time really we've had anyone in any form of space. Really good pass from Gooch. The defender Otamendi there just completely leaving Eze alone. But that close post OP works well for us. Eze finds the back of the net, puts us 1-0 up at home. I think that's like his 15th or something stupid. Oh, it's only his 12th. I'm hyping him up a bit much. But Eze with his 12th goal. Come on, boys. 1-0. Let's hold on to this. Not long left now, right near the end of the game. Bakuna with a really good interception, a really important interception as well, right in the last there. Maybe now we can make the last chance of the game be ours and try and just play the clock a little bit, slow it down, slow it right down. Don't mind if I lose the ball because they're going to blow the whistle there, and that is it, boys. Another big win. That's a massive result for us there to get another 3 points in a really tough game. First half was very cagey. They probably had the better half than us, but we have played really well in that second half and got the all-important win. Well done to Eze for that goal. Gooch coming on, making a good impact. Good bit of fresh legs, made a big difference. But guys, 1-0 win, 3 more points. We are doing this. We are doing this. Okay, so it is transfer deadline day. I'm just going to show you guys, obviously we're scouting a whole bunch of people. I'm not going to be necessarily signing all of these guys. Some of them I was looking at for, you know, potential people to actually pick up, or some people to loan or whatever, or to have a look at the pre-contracts. So I'm just going to scroll through and show you guys some of the players I was thinking about with the pre-contracts. But obviously it's kind of difficult at this point because a lot of the players that I would like to try and sign up on pre-contracts are on way too much money. And this is the real issue. Like, it's signing them in for the right price. So Lee Evans would be a really good pickup for us, a real good CDM option, good option for rotation. But, you know, he wants 17 to 25. Realistically, we don't want to offer more than 19 because anytime we've offered it near the 20 mark, we've been getting in trouble with the board. So we don't really want to be doing that. So that's already him kind of not really being an option. A really good player would have been Thiago Silva. That would have been a fantastic option. Or, of course, Crowley, or Crowley, however it's said. I've probably butchered that, so I apologise. But again, they're both on way too many wages. Well, he's on 12, but he'd want 25 to 35. I can't offer that. He wants 40 to 58. I can't offer that. So it's not really going to work out for us. It's going to be a problem as just getting people in. I was potentially going to look at Diego Roland as a good rotation option for next season, but he was already signed out by somebody else, so I missed that one. Again, just looking at people that we can try and bring in. Andrea Pereira would have been fantastic, but again, he wants 25 to 40, and I can't offer that because I'll just get in trouble with the board and I'll lose my job. So I've really tried. I have genuinely tried bringing people in, but it hasn't worked. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do loads of contract talks with the players currently at the club and see and hope and pray I can get them signed to new contracts. I'm going to save it first, so if it goes wrong, I can just back out. But I'm going to hope and pray I can get the wages sorted and not get in trouble with the board. That's the hopes here. Okay, so I've sorted most of the players. The only player that I didn't sort was Ben Brereton, and that is because I didn't offer him enough, so that's my fault. He wanted 19, and I offered him, I think I offered him 17 or something, or like 16, and he wasn't overly happy with the initial bid. But the most expensive wages currently are Ibire Eze. He's also wanted to add a release clause to his contract, so he's currently got like a £45 million release clause or something. He's currently worth 11, so I'd like to think by the time anyone looks to trigger that, we can go back over it and fix that. But I'm just going to work my way through the 10 hours. Hopefully I don't get sacked. I'm not going to save it until the end of it and hope and pray that I don't lose my job. But I'll also show you the last hour, the biggest deals and everything, so you guys can be all nice and caught up with that too. So I'll see you in a little bit, I guess. Okay, so we're down to the last hour. £646 million spent total in the transfer deadline day. Into the biggest deals. The biggest deal was Casemiro. Oh, it's actually been changed. Okay, so that was the biggest, I think, financial deal. So Verratti going to Barcelona for 87.9 million is the biggest deal. Then we got Lazio to Paris Saint-Germain to obviously replace Verratti for 84.8. And then we got Havertz going from Leverkusen to Dortmund, big deal there, for just short of 80 million. Royce from Dortmund to Barcelona for 75. He's 31 years old. That's a big purchase. Real Madrid to Casemiro. That's what I thought was the biggest deal. That's what it showed me anyway as the biggest deal. But Casemiro going for 70 million. Then you've got Kimmich off to Barcelona for 70. Goretzka to Real Madrid for 62. And then Carrasco coming back from China into Barcelona's team for 60 million. Some big deals. You've got Thiago, Icardi, Immobile, Coutinho, Lopez, Lacazette going, Lucas Moura, Digne, Martinez, Koke, Alderweireld. Some big players. Believe it or not, we're not on there. Who's surprised? Not me. But now is the waiting game to check that we don't get sacked for sorting all of our contracts out with our players and giving everyone the contracts that they wanted. That would be awful. We've also got a training injury, furlonged out for a week. Thankfully, you don't have a game for 8 days, so we should be okay. Baker also went out on loan finally. He went to Severte FC. Again, not a team I know of, but he's there now for the season. Okay, I've decided I'm going to have a little cheeky attempt at trying to bring in Pereira on a pre-contract. I know he wants 25 to 38. Obviously, I've upped other people's wages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to approach to sign him and see if I can get him just around that 20 mark. Because the most expensive wages we've got right now, like I said, I think is Eze, and I think he's on about 22 or so. So I'm hoping that we can get him for just less. It's a really ambitious attempt, but it's what I'm going to try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But, you know, there's not too much more I can do than that. I'm well aware that I'm probably going to annoy him, but it'll be nice to try and have him in the club. Okay, so he's gone with... Okay, obviously I'm not going to offer 13. What I'll offer is I'll offer 19.5, and I'll bump this up to like 450 and see if he takes that bait just a little bit, see if he's willing to take the lower amount. He is. That's a really good pickup. We've got Pereira coming in as a backup striker for next season. That is a really good pickup. I'm really happy with that. He's not too old. He's 25. He's still got plenty of time with him. He's 6'2". He's not the quickest. Yes, it's going to potentially be a bit of a Gassama, but picking him up on a free, I'm not upset with that. I'm looking forward to bringing him in. Again, less than 20 grand a week, which is fantastic. And worst case scenario, we train him up and we do exactly what we did with Gassama, and that is move him on. I'm not going to lie, kind of almost forgot about Gassama then, but hey, we brought him back. But with that signing, I am actually going to end today's episode. I know I talked about potentially playing against Spurs, but what I'll do is I'll actually play against Spurs in the next game, because what I want to ask you guys is, because Spurs are one of the top 6 teams, they're currently above us, do we play them on Ultimate? Let me know. I have an idea for something I'm going to do to make the Ultimate not quite as ridiculous. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just lower their pace and their speed just a little bit, because I find that's the main thing. Like, yeah, they're going to score goals regardless, like they're going to smack goals in from wherever. That's to be expected against Ultimate. But everyone having like 99 pace is ridiculous. So what I will do is I'll just lower their speed just a little bit. But let me know, of course, if you want me to do that. Otherwise, I'll just play them on Legendary and we'll see how the game happens there. But for now, guys, I do want to say a massive thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, then please do smash the like button. I will do my best to try and get this as consistent as I can now. Once or twice a week is the aim. So thank you all for your patience. Of course, if you're new around here, then please do consider subscribing. Thank you so much, of course, if you choose to do that. And make sure you turn on the notification bell to be told anytime that we upload a video or indeed go live with a live stream. But for now, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I hope to see you soon. Look after yourselves and wash your hands.
Let's go. Hursty games, and this how we do. Now it's time we team up. Check them online, you might catch them playing FIFA. Hey, yeah, you know we keep it live. Make sure to give a like and subscribe. Gaming channel, what's the best one? Keep it hella dope, hella fresh, huh? Yeah, Hursty games, tune in. Even told my grandma, my sister, and my best friend. You might want to check them if you want to be entertained. You already know the name. Check us out, Hursty games. Hey, whoop. Make sure to give a like and subscribe.